My name is Lauren Windle, and this is the Good Pod Guide, the podcast that points you in the direction of other podcasts you might enjoy, thus saving you time, research, and brain power. Talking about mums today. I wonder if my mum's going to listen to / watch this. Almost certainly not. No, that's not fair. She might listen to this one if I say I mentioned her. It's not that she's not supportive. It's just that I don't know if podcasts are really her thing. She's far more of a radio generation. And she listens to Desert Island Discs, which is basically a podcast now. You never know. Anyway, what's for sure is that she will not be listening to this podcast. It is called Things You Can't Ask Your Mum. And no topic is off limits on this podcast. It's where two women answer questions that are sent in by listeners that you wouldn't dare ask your mum. So I actually didn't start off by listening to this. I started by Googling the two hosts. I knew that they met in Fashion Week, and I knew that they had big followings on social media because of their fashion and their styling. And I'm not going to lie, when I first saw them, I thought, they're not going to be like that honest. They've got a really edgy, fashion-forward vibe. Their Instagrams don't look silly or self-deprecating in the way society usually expects from a woman who intends to put forward their opinion. Also, I don't know, I just thought it might be a bit dry, but it's actually not. They talk about things like relationships, sex, drinking, breakups. Sometimes they have guests on to share with them on topics like motherhood, money, or confidence. They're also real friends, and I think that dynamic definitely comes across. It's a podcast for women, by women, I would say. Also, I really like their northern accents. It makes them feel really approachable. I feel like they're someone who I'd happily share a bag of pork scratchings with at the Rover's return. Another great thing about this podcast is those of you who listen to the Good Pod Guide regularly will know I find it really frustrating when successful podcasts start off with a 20-minute episode, and by the end of season 4, each episode is 8.5 hours long. All of their episodes are around 30 minutes. Bravo for that, guys. Also, though, they do speak quite fast, so it's like 50 minutes worth of content within 30 minutes. But this one is funny and light, but also covers incredibly dense and difficult topics. It definitely gets the Good Pod Guide seal of approval. In the next episode, you can hear me review a true crime podcast that was so influential that it was pulled from the airwaves in the country it was released so that it didn't interfere with the justice process. Can you imagine? Well, you don't have to if you tune in. You can get more info on the show online at www.goodpodguide.com or follow us at Good Pod Guide on Instagram and Twitter.